Swallowed Star 533 Historical Remnan. Chapter 533 Historical Remnant. Yes, the two guards didn't dare delay, quickly leading the way into the distant river. How did you two discover it? The fox-like youth communicated while following them. Historical Remnant. The ancient god ruins was the place where Blood River Continent's strongest undyings joined hands against the outsiders' invasion. That battle was a bloodbath. Trillions of km of area was completely wasted, even causing the area to be filled with killing aura up till now. One could only imagine how intense the battle was. Every undying was able to build his own god country. The amount of treasures they had was plenty. After that battle back then, the Undying Shrine, there was a period of time where everybody madly searched for treasures. They swept the entire ancient god ruins, collecting large amounts of the treasures. However, even though the Undying Shrine had sent undyings to search for the treasures, the area was after all still too large. Also, the ground went too deep. The surface diameter of Blood River Continent was 9 trillion kilometers, and the depth alone was close to 100 billion kilometers. With such depths, to actually search the entire area properly, even a group of undyings would definitely leave something out. However, over 1 trillion years, it was rare that one ever heard of a new discovery. After all, over countless years, 99% of the historical remnants were already found, leaving behind the extremely hard-to-find ones. The three of them dived straight into the river, diving deeper and deeper. This vast river's depth was at least 10,000 kilometers, very deep indeed. Lord, discovering the remnant was also our luck. Right, it's luck. The fox-like youth dived downwards, communicating. Explain. The two of us were at the bottom of the river, hunting some water beasts to barbecue and eat. Who would have thought that at the bottom, we ended up feeling the ground below tremor violently, causing a canyon to split apart, with some ancient decayed weapons floating out. We didn't dare delay, hence we came to inform you. The moment we discovered it, we immediately came to inform you, Lord. The two of them said. The fox-like youth smiled as he heard this. He was a sector lord nurtured by the Undying Shrine. His sights were indeed plenty. Hence, from the explanation alone, he understood. It should be some undying or world leader's world storage, which was destroyed. Hence, when it was destroyed, the ground tremored. It caused his world to reveal itself. The fox-like youth thought, as long as one reached the sector lord level, he could use his world energy to build his own world, and even a world within a world. And one world could be shrunk down within a villa, even until it reached the size of a specially constructed sand grain. How much it could shrink depended on the materials. Some materials were just a little bigger than a sesame seed, that alone could house an entire world. And even though creating space rings materials were cheap, however, to actually slice a piece of space was very hard and troublesome. Hence, many wealthy sector lords and even undyings would rather use money to acquire valuable materials and store their worlds and use as their storage. After all, a world the size of a sand grain was easy to bring about. However, the god countries were different. They were even more vast and more troublesome. Should be an undying. World leaders all have their internal worlds. They can place items within their internal worlds. Only undyings. They already don't have their internal worlds, only god countries. And placing items within and retrieving it later, storing is very troublesome. Hence, bringing along a world, where the space is huge, storage, etc., was very convenient. The fox-like youth thought. However, the materials used to store a world are still very valuable, and they cannot last forever. After over 1 trillion years, finally they decayed. Once that happened, then the world would reveal itself. Hence, the ground split open, allowing these two punks to discover it. Haha, my luck sure is good. The fox-like youth reached the bottom excited. At the dark bottom, he used his world energy. Indeed, it's indeed a world. The youth scanned the bottom with his world energy, reaching deep into the ground. Immediately, he was very excited. So, he immediately dug deep into the ground and began to search for the treasures. Half a day later, Huexian Island, within the palace, the fox-like youth stood before the fence. Gazing into the distance, he felt extremely satisfied. I didn't expect that I, Quian, could acquire such historical remnant treasures? From the looks of it, it should be some items stored in some Undying's world. Even though there aren't as many treasures as I expected, however, it's still hundreds to thousands of times more than my wealth. Windfall, the legendary historical remnant. It was that thrilling. He was a world leader, even though he had plenty of treasures. In this one instant his wealth had leapt 1,000 times. However, the other weapons and materials, etc., I can handle. This jade gold statue, however, is really useless to me. The youth flipped his hand and a 30 centimeters tall statue appeared in his palm. It was completely half-transparent, gold in color. Looking at this statue, it gave off a heart-trembling energy. The statue was of a wild beast, a lizard-like creature, with a long tail, thick legs, and a single horn on its head. Its intrepid energy emitted from the mysterious ancient statue. This jade gold statue is one of the legendary beast god statues, I think. I've heard there's a total of 18 of them. The fox-like youth shook his head, however. It only has sentimental value, no other uses. Beast god statue. An item the Undying Shrine worshipped. There were a total of 18 of them. However, back then during the terrifying battle, more than half of them were lost. Till today, 3 of them still hadn't been found. Even though it's useless to me, however, giving it to the Undying Shrine would mean great benefit to me. I'll get quite a reward. The youth smiled. Using his communication device, he sent a message to the Undying Shrine. The message was very simple. It was that he, Quian, had acquired a beast god statue by chance and was giving it to the shrine. The message quickly reached light speed. Within 1.5 days, it reached the shrine. Within the shrine, even though the beast god statues were but items of worship and had no other use or importance, its status was still highly regarded. Hence the shrine immediately gave the order for the envoy team closest to bring the statue back, and even give a reward to the Sector Lord Quian. Yuka led his team of envoys and sat in a dark purple universe ship, arriving in the air above Huexian Island.
Quian. The white-robed Yuka descended from above. Behind him followed 2 envoys. Haha, Yuka. The fox-like youth smiled and flew from the island, welcoming them. What a coincidence. I am here under the god's orders to deliver the Blood River medals to Lord Baki. The white-robed Yuka said. Right now there are currently 2 teams of envoys in the ancient god ruins, and I just happen to be close to you. Hence, I was ordered to route over and receive the beast god statue. Lord Baki. The fox-like youth was surprised. You are heading to Lord Baki? I heard he has been in the aura training for quite long, and has already absorbed 8 crystals. Yes. The white-robed Yuka nodded. Go, it's a good surprise that I met you here. I'll follow you to meet Lord Baki. I've long heard of his reputation but haven't met him yet. The youth said. Compared to Baki, whether it was age or position, he paled in comparison. Firstly, this fox-like youth was only Sector Lord level 3. And Baki had long ago reached the pinnacle of Sector Lords. And he was a trillion-year genius. As long as he wanted, he could break through to Undying very quickly. In terms of position, Baki was comparable even to the Undyings. Otherwise, why would his guard team alone have 2 Sector Lords, and even a powerful wild beast Qin as his brother? Let's go. White-robed Yuka nodded. Immediately the group flew into the purple ship in the sky. It sped off with shocking speed headed towards the huge pit. Time passed. Luo Feng waited patiently within the huge pit quarters. Blood God Baki told me that day it'll take 6 to 10 days. According to Earth time, that's at most 2 months, however now, 2 months have passed. Dressed in the Blood God Guard uniform of bronze armor, he sat cross-legged on his stone bed, worrying within. Him staying there didn't have many benefits anymore. And returning would mean more opportunities. Compared to the vast universe, Blood River continent was simply too small. Rumble. The air shook, and a powerful energy reached Luo Feng. 97. A thick voice resounded within the huge pit quarters, causing Luo Feng to jump down and reply respectfully, Lord. The huge pit quarters was tens of thousands of km away from the palace in the depths of the pit, and a Sector Lord's unleashed world energy was unable to travel that far. Hence he had to control and focus his world energy in a specific direction. With blood god Baki's control, it caused the air to shake. "Come here to me." The voice resounded. "Yes." Luo Feng replied, happy within. Looks like it was time to receive the Blood River medal. So, Luo Feng became a green light and followed the cave out, diving deep into the depths of the huge pit and reaching the bottom in an instant. Fifth level of the palace. Luo Feng had arrived at the fifth level, spotting the blood-color-robed Baki in the throne above, along with the wild beast Qinyo beside. "Greetings, Lord Qinyo." Luo Feng knelt on one knee. "Get up." Baki was smiling. "In a while the Blood God Palace envoys will arrive and deliver the medals. Also, your luck this time is good." "My luck is good." Luo Feng's face was filled with curiosity. Blood God Baki smiled. "Haha, the special envoys that have come have brought along another world leader Qian. He was extremely lucky, acquiring an ancient treasure from the Undying Shrine, the Beast God statue. It is a statue of a beast god, a legendary being. When they arrive, I'll let you see the statue." "Ah! Beast god statue?" Luo Feng was curious. On the surface, however, he shouted, "Thank you, Lord